Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 8. My name is Caitlin, and I'm really looking forward to my role as the director this week on the board. So, I personally think that this is an amazing assessment as it sort of gives us the opportunity to make the most of the discussion board. I know at times I find the discussion board can be a little bit overwhelming at times, so I think having it as a student-directed forum is great, and I think it's a really good opportunity to make the most of our time on the discussion board. So in relation to this week, we're going to be focusing on teaching spelling and writing. So what we're going to focus on this week is exploring our own personal experiences with learning to spell. So we want to hear what you guys experienced during your time at school. And we hope by doing this we'll gain a broader understanding about people's experiences with spelling. And as a result of that, we'll hope that will hopefully inform and influence our spelling education practices as we move forward into our roles as young educators. So as I approached this week, I began to research quite a bit about spelling and writing education strategies, and I quickly found that there's very little research behind writing instruction simply due to the multifaceted nature of writing. So there's not one aspect of writing that you can focus on. So that makes testing quite expensive and time-consuming to study. So in order to get quantitatively measured data and outcomes. So in its simplest form, spelling is the process or activity of writing or naming the letters of a word. So with this in mind, it's important that developing readers and writers understand the letters in the alphabet and, more importantly, the sounds that they represent. So when looking at the Australian curriculum, it's clear that it focuses on developing spelling abilities in students from foundation through to year 10. So obviously this focus, each focus builds on the previous year's education and basically initially focusing on sound letter knowledge, such as phonics and the sounds represented by different letters, and then moves on to spelling rules, irregular spelling, and understanding complex word constructs. So obviously it gets quite a bit harder as we go on. So I think it's important this week to reflect on your own time in the classroom that you've had, so on any practicums or whatever else. I found that when I moved into the primary classroom, I've really realised how much they do focus on phonics, for instance, and I think it's interesting to focus on the fact that often you'll teach a child that E is an E sound, but then often it can be an E sound as well. So it's important to work on, understanding how kids end up learning about certain sounds and the way they work with one another or other letters to make other sounds. So it's quite complex to understand, but things like your time in the classroom will really help you with this week's discussion board and just sharing your ideas. So pop on, read the week's activities and share with us your experiences and ideas moving forward. We'll also have a number of different links posted throughout the week, so have a read of those and see if we can kind of gain a bit more understanding about teaching spelling and making it enjoyable for students as we move forward. Cool, enjoy the week.